Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mr. K. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in. And welcome back to my save of torture. And I do say in my videos, if you like to see someone suffer playing this game, you're probably in the right place. And this is one such time, because this save is making me suffer big time. And I've no idea what's installed tonight, because we have some fixtures coming up. Manchester City, we got to play Brighton again, who's just beaten us, and then we have Liverpool and Arsenal. Oh boy, we've just come off this what was a 10-game unbeaten run, and how we managed to do that, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe those following along can tell me how we managed to do that. But we are still stuck in 16th. We have a game in hand over some, which could take us up a couple of places if we're lucky. But oh boy, is this a struggle. I wish, Mr. K, I wish. And I really am starting to wonder, is this, hi Saul, good to see you, my friend. I'm starting to wonder, were all those job interviews that were thrown at me, the Newcastle, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, we had AC Milan calling, we had many of them, and I rejected them all, and I'm wondering, was the game telling me time to get out, sunshine? Maybe not, I don't know. I have gone back to basics now. We've abandoned everything. I'm going back to a very simple 4-3-3. We are going to play a very simple 4-3-3 until the end of the season now. I've got tired of trying things. I've got tired of being beaten when we try new things. And I'm going to, instead of what I normally do, I'm going to play a winger on the left-hand side. We have wingers who can play on the left-hand side. And I'm going to play an underlap on the right with the attacking wing-back, who's also, or should be, told to cut inside with the ball. And so hopefully we're going to cause some mayhem in here with the centre mid on attack going up there as well. And if Neil is in here, good news, I have installed the training training file. But I've no idea what's going to happen. I actually can't have Arribas cutting inside. He's not going to function very well doing that. Sorry, Garosabal. He wants to bomb up the flanks. Let's try playing with some wing play, perhaps. Morstat, I was looking at the data. Morstat is our top scorer, and he scored most with his head. So we're going to mix up the crossing as well. Something I don't normally do. We're going to play some mixed crossing and see if that helps Morstat. We have got to start with a Conference League fixture against what is hopefully very much weaker opponents. Found the training update makes a massive difference. They develop a lot better. Well, it's still going to be left to my assistant. I don't have time streaming to get into that and deal with that. I did put some attacking training in 1 week in the calendar when I had 5 minutes, but that's all I pretty much do in there. And that's simply because we are not very good at attacking. And, oh boy, what a save this is. So we're going to hopefully start with a win. In terms of the Conference League, I think there's is there 2 games left? Oh, this is the last game, because they only play 6, don't they? So if we win this one, then we're going to finish in the top 8, and everything is going to be fine. We could even still finish top if things go our way, but I very much doubt that. But let's just go out, see what we can do against this team. He wants to play my first team. I've rotated a little bit. We've got some very big games coming up here. We do have 2 very good set-piece takers on the field, and I think we'll probably do that because we allegedly have 2 very good set-piece takers, although I'm not seeing it. And that would be Arribas and Allende, both very competent at set-piece taking. So we're going to go and have a look at this team. I don't know very much about this team. My scouts didn't come back with very much in the reports, but we're just going to go and turn off the sound. The sound seems to go across from one save to another, and it never used to. But we'll take his advice on that, and then we'll check it. Hey, Matty, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you here. We're going to go. I'm quite happy with the way. It's very simple, very basic. I'm going to try a shorter passing with a slightly higher tempo. They're not too bad in terms of familiarity with this. A lot of what they're doing in terms of their attacking and defending is pretty much the same. I'm not sure about that. Possibly there is a thought that we don't take enough shots, and we're going to counter press people we think we should be beating and play with a high press and a higher line. Just going to keep that at more often. We may play with that as the season goes on, but at the moment we're just going to keep doing that. I'm pretty good. Matty, how are you doing? And since I really don't know much about these, I did have a look in the data hub, and they've gone to a 4-4-2, and this Nazar Aligi could possibly be someone who's quite dangerous. But certainly I think we need to be, although he's very brave, doesn't have very good agility and balance, and he's not very strong, and his tackling is not very good. So I think that we'll give him a hard tackle and turn him on his right foot and try and put him in hospital. And we'll... Sia is also someone I noticed when I was just ploughing through the data hub before it came on air. Could be a danger. When he was in the game I was watching, he likes to play the ball out to the right, but he's not playing on the right now. So we'll probably just turn him on to his left so that he doesn't pass the ball out to the right. Just stop him doing that. The rest of it, I'm not sure I want to tight mark anybody at this point in time. So I just want to try and keep it very simple for them and keep it very simple all around. We're going to go with this to the end of the season. Maybe we've done too much experimenting. We'll just have to see what happens. His name should end with G. Good. Happy to hear, Matty. Mr. K. Absolutely. So, I'm not quite sure what colours we're actually playing in at the moment. I think we're in orange. We did have a free kick there, but unfortunately we weren't allowed to see that free kick, which obviously, with our brilliant set-piece takers, came to nothing. So, come on, boys. We can do this. We've got this. And one of the things I am going to do is have a look at the analysis at half-time. It's very helpful, that, and I do skip that, and I'm aware I skipped that. But it can be very, very helpful to just go and have a look at the analysis at half-time if things are not going quite so well. But this is a team I've got to now just say, go out and play. And I can remember one of the games, I think it might have been against Chelsea. We were 1-0 down, only 1-0 down at half-time, getting a battering, and my assistant recommended I say to them, go out there and have some fun. And so I did, and we went and got a 1-1 draw against them. So I think maybe they do need to have a little bit of freedom to play some football. I've possibly been too disciplined on them. They're young kids, and maybe we should just send them out and play football. Hey, FM Raw, how are you doing? I'm pretty good. Hope you are too. And welcome to the stream. Ali G. Mr. K, are you taking Andy's place, are you? Haven't seen Andy for a while. Hope he comes back soon. Well, welcome to the stream, FM Raw. It's good to have you here. I do enjoy talking to you guys. I love the comments and stuff. I also do get a lot of comments from people like, do this, do that, do this, do that. Sometimes I try it, and sometimes I just get fed up of them and don't try it. But we have tried, I think, in the last season and a half, 8 different ways of playing. Nothing has worked. And we've tried all sorts of roles, all sorts of combinations, all kinds of passing directness and tempo, and nothing has worked. So we're going to let them do this and settle into this. And hopefully we'll see them get used to playing in this 4-3-3. We'll have a little bit of defensive solidity in midfield. And hopefully we can get goals on the board as well. We've put in a bit of attacking training as well, and hope these young boys can do something now. We've really got to be better. And I thought that was a penalty, ref. Good evening, Spike. For some reason, I seem to be in a light. So what did happen? Tell me what happened, Mr. K. Good evening, Spike. Got some pieces. I got FM up. Enjoy. Absolutely. I can't eat too much at the moment. I'm feeling very good about myself at the moment because very recently I reached target number 2 in my weight loss, and I've lost 8 kilograms now. And my target is 12, so that means there's only 4 to go. And we got to keep going with this regime. It's working a treat. It's only 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks. And I'm hoping to see more results, not better. It's going very well. And hopefully I'm going to look a lot thinner in a couple of months. I'll be a completely different person. Which will be a surprise for my goddaughters when I go to Vietnam later this year. I do kind of like twice a week I do a fast, which means I don't have a meal until 6 o'clock. So it's an Indonesian type fast that they do quite often. I learned it when I worked in Indonesia, and pretty much all you can do is drink water during the course of the day, and then at 6 o'clock you can eat a decent meal. So twice a week I do that, but basically I'm cutting out carbs, eating a high protein diet, high fiber, fruit, and I'm burning up much more calories than I'm using. So success so far. Just thought, if you want underlapping runs from your fullback on the right, fullback attack is much better role with cut inside. Yeah, I mean, I did just quickly look at that, Matty. And I did look at him, and I did put cut inside with the ball, but unfortunately he doesn't like it. And I'm trying not to get these boys to do things that they don't like. I've got a couple of players already where I'm trying to remove traits that don't fit. And hopefully they will be successful. They're young enough to relearn. But for now, we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping the winger will still look for people. We are shooting again from long range. We have this tendency, despite the fact that they're told to shoot less often, we do have this tendency to shoot from long range, which is not good. Oh, almost. We need to get a win here, boys. I mean, I hope you're listening to me. We need to get a win here today, boys. There's still a chance with a big win we can go top. So come on, get your act together. At the moment, you can see he was outside, but he did try to come in, but he was too late coming in. And one of the things that I might look at is if I ask him to sit narrower, then he might have a better option, because he was outside, and when the winger looked for him, he didn't have time to get inside. So let's have him sit narrower and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, I'm a United fan as well, Ephemeral. Unfortunately, I watched that shambles last night. They're just simply not good enough. And I thought it... Oh, there's another long shot, and Harry Bass has put us 1-0 up. I thought that Tottenham's game plan, I thought, was exceptional. They worked on the principle that Manchester United find it difficult to score. And United were still working on something that was 2 months old, that they were going to try and take advantage of Spurs' high line. But Spurs have been working for about a month on playing with a lower line. And so we fell into the trap a little bit. And the fact that Manchester United find it very difficult to score. Actually, he took a gamble with 20 minutes to go. Went into a very, very low block with a very low defensive line, and it paid off for him because we couldn't score at the end of the day. We cannot break teams down. That is a big problem at Manchester United. Players are not good enough. Best final you've ever seen. It wasn't a bad goal, was it? Ephemeral. We do tend to shoot from long range a lot, and these are games we should be winning comfortably. They should not even be up for debate, these games. I think they're only a 2-star reputation. I looked, and their players' attributes are pretty minimal. These are games we should be winning comfortably. And in fact, we have won 5. If we win this, we'll have won 5 of our 6 games. Is this going to be a season where we win a trophy, where we win the Conference League? I think it's winnable. If this team can learn to play together, it is winnable. But it's going to take something extraordinary in terms of this team learning how to play together. We've had 10 shots, only 5 on target and only 1 goal. And the opposition have had 0. This is... Ooh, hit the corner flag. Was he offside, though? This would be a strange goal if it goes in, and it has gone in. Alande has made it 2-0. And that ball hit the corner flag and bounced back in. I haven't seen that in FM before. There you go. Hits the corner flag, bounces back in. And that's a first. And that is worthy of a short, that is. That's it's still worthy. Yeah, I'm just resting Atom today. Weird selection and awful substrat. I don't quite know what he was playing at, to be honest. Chillinger, I really don't know. When I saw the team sheet, I thought it was strange he'd left Garnacho out and was playing Mount from the start. I don't think Mount has got the energy to go 90 minutes, and he's better from the bench. So that seemed to me to be an odd. But he knows hopefully what he's doing better than me. But I think he made some bad choices, poor choices. 3-0 now. Gronbach has got himself on the score sheet. And I think, that was how it was going to be. We simply don't have the players capable of winning trophies at the moment. And league form doesn't lie. 39 points doesn't lie. We are where we deserve to be. And there's a heck of a job to do now. The squad looks horrid to me. The worst squad I've seen there for a long, long time. And people are talking already, we're going to get Cunha in. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make a blind bit of difference. He's scored a few goals for Wolves, who are also not the greatest team in the world, and has a lot of freedom at Wolves. He's not going to find he gets at Manchester United. He's going to have to play a system that most of the squad don't like anyway. There's going to be a period of time for him to bed in. Even if he comes, he may decide, I don't want to go and play for them. Who knows? So I think we've got big problems, but we have to do better next season. Have to. If financially, it's going to be crippling. Garnacho over Mount, Bruno higher. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Challinger. I mean, I'm not the manager, but for me, Mount, when I watch him play, it doesn't seem to have the energy to go 90 minutes anymore. And he's better from the bench. He has more energy for 30 minutes and I thought that was odd, very odd. And we also need to bring in players now who are good players, but not prima donnas. I'm fed up of these prima donnas. They are not pop stars, and they start behaving at Manchester United like they're pop stars, and they are paid to do a job. And they should do that job and not complain about it. There's been so many complaints about having to do their job this year. They're paid to do a job, do it. And they're paid well. So I think stop bringing in prima donnas and we'll probably start to do a little better. City don't bring in prima donnas. They bring in people I've never heard of, 24-year-olds. With a lot of potential. But I remember when they brought in players like Gundogan for the first time, Bernardo Silva coming in for the first time. They were in their early 20s. They were not superstars. They took a couple of seasons to get into the first team. Happy to do their work, wait, be patient. Those are the kinds of players we need, I think. Anyway, that's my Manchester United rant over at the moment. Yeah, absolutely, Matty. Even FM. I remember my Manchester United effort in Amarin's tactics. Only just saved my job. It was a tough one. Tried to do a Man United save. I did one, live streamed one, and oh my good God, The players could not play Amarin's system, and so frustrating, so annoying at times. But yeah, this game's going on a long time, isn't it? This half, has it switched to full match suddenly? No, a lot of highlights going on here for comprehensive. But I'm quite happy while we're winning for as many highlights as you like, FM. No worries at all. Alande's having a good game. First good game for a while. So maybe the switch of system might do them good. I think playing the way I was came out of frustration because we tried this before. We tried 4-4-2. We tried a 4-3-2-1, 4-2-3-1. And nothing was working. But now we've got to settle on something. This will give us a bit of defensive stability in midfield. And, well, if we can't score goals, we can't score goals at the moment. But here's a chance. Morstat has got another one. Was he offside, though? Possibly. Going for players that were on relegation-leaning sides while we were with worrying signs. Yeah, also that, yeah. I tried to play as United usually win the league or top two. FM Law, I don't know how you do that. I did a save with Manchester United. He was onside. And tried to use Amarin's tactics, Amarin's style. Oh, God, it was awful. The players just don't fit. And it was horrible. Yeah, hopefully I will see you again, FM Raw. It's good to talk to you. See you soon. I think my favourite manager that I've known in recent years was Jurgen Klopp, to be honest. Right up until his last 2 seasons, maybe, when he became a little bit of a whinger. But I thought in his early years, he was a breath of fresh air. And he had a bit of tactical knowledge, some very good tactical knowledge. And people management skills were really good. And I did like Jurgen Klopp. But in his later years, the last couple of years especially, he just became a whinger. He started to sound like Mourinho. And I went off him a bit. Of course, my favourite manager of all time is Ferguson. What he did, as it was just quite extraordinary. And we're never going to see those times again. I very much doubt it. But what he did was extraordinary. Oh, Morstat, how'd you miss that? I hope that it's going to be fairly attacking. First time for a long time that I've used a winger in a 4-3-3. Generally, I will play with inside forwards or inverted wingers. But hopefully that using a winger, it'll give one side of the pitch a little different feel to the other side. And that will hopefully prove to be quite effective. I mean, we have to start teams with a more defensive mentality. We've got Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal coming up. It's not going to look pretty. Ball band. Yeah, I'm pretty good, Stephen. Good to see you. And we are 4-0 up, and I've missed most of that, which is good. We've had a lot of shots on target. I'm not sure. I forgot to look at the analysis. I'm not sure we have had a lot of shots on target. I think most of them have been off target. So I'm going to say, well, go on, let's say it. Let's make them feel happy. I don't think there's anything I need to do in here. I do have to... maybe I do. I'm going to turn him onto his right foot just in case. I don't like super subs in FM. Absolutely no idea what he can do. So we'll turn him onto his right foot anyway. I don't really have a game plan against these. I wasn't given much information from which I could go on. So they've made a couple of subs. Let's go. We shouldn't be that tired. We haven't had to work very hard. Like Amarin and Ange. I mean, I got to admit to being a fan of Ange Ball. He played risky football with that really high line. And sometimes it's really attractive and really entertaining to watch. And fair play, Spurs board and fans were saying, we want attacking football. And he gave it to them, but unfortunately the problem with what he was doing was that it was quite defensively leaky. It was very risky football, but fair play to him. He stuck by it. And Amarin, I'm not sure of yet. He's one of these managers who has come up with a tactic. It worked at Sporting, and it might have worked in a previous club, and he's sticking to it. That's it. There's no shifting from this now. If it worked there, it's going to work here. United don't have the players who can fit that system, and he should have had a plan B, I think. There should be two systems that he could switch between. But he's very rigid. He's not budging. Fun to, yeah, if you're a Spurs fan. Yeah, Alexander, are you a Spurs fan as well? Oh boy, are we full of Spurs fans tonight? You like winning more than attractive football, of course. Everybody likes trophies. Everybody likes to win games. And what there's a certain correctness in what you're saying there. Often I build my teams in FM based on solid defence. I'm very proud of, especially last year, this year not so much, that every time I played a save I was always the best defensive team in the league. Not so much this year. I'm not quite sure if there's been updates that have affected it. But yeah, I think I always build teams on defence. Even as a young cricketer, I was an opening bat and I had this mentality. It's not my job to get myself out. It's your job. And I had that mentality, and as boring as it was for people to watch, that's how I played. It's not my job to get myself out. So, yeah, kind of like had that mentality for a long time. Alexander, I think it's too early to get rid of him. And you can't just keep sacking managers. It's like it becomes very, very silly. And the next one, if he doesn't succeed, what are you going to do? Sack him as well? Somewhere along the line, you've got to give the players some responsibility. And we've been through about 7 or 8 different managers now. None of them have succeeded. Some of them very good managers. And it's because they don't have the players. And we don't have a team that can press. They've got no idea how to press. Absolutely no idea. The defence makes so many errors. We've got probably the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League. And Morstadt has got another one. It's now 5-1. Never in doubt. And interesting, he scores a lot of goals with his head. So making it mixed crosses rather than restricting them to low crosses. He's 6'5", so let's give him a chance. And he's becoming a top player. He's a young boy. Took over from Luca when we sold Luca this season, and he's top scorer at the moment. So 14 goals, I think, maybe 15 now. He's got 2 today, isn't he? So 15 goals now. They are kind of like trying to exploit that left flank, aren't they? And that's because Garosabal's on an attack duty. So it's a bit risky, but we'll keep him on an attack duty for now. They are exploiting that flank. It's where their goal came from. But we look dangerous going forward, so let's go with it. Except then. Boys. 20 shots, only 10 on target. It's probably okay. Probably okay. Need to find a spot for Mainu. Yeah, there's lots of young players in there. We've got a ton of development still left. I like Heaven. Got to admit, I'm a fan of that boy Heaven. And even Badgertich at 5'10" is getting on the score sheet. One of the shortest centre-backs I've ever had. but even he's getting on the score sheet now. And fills me with hope for the Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool games we've got coming up. Oh boy. Can you go on YouTube and oh gosh, when are you going to stop this nonsense? I don't want to ever block anyone from the channel. That wouldn't be very nice. But reading some of this stuff you put in there is just insane. Maybe I have to start getting moderators who can just take those out. Interesting that, yeah, you're right, Alexander, because McTominay is playing well where he is. Jadon Sancho also looked like he was playing well at Chelsea. Rashford played well at Aston Villa. They just were not playing at Manchester United. And I don't know what goes on in the back room, but they were behaving like they were celebrities. They were pop stars. And that's just not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. Time to make some changes to this tired team now. But there is somebody, I can't remember who it is, who does need tight marking. I think it's him, isn't it? I think we're going to tight mark him. Is it him? No, he's on a 6. It can't be him. Somebody's having a really good game. Is it him? I can't remember. But we'll deal with that in a minute. First off, I have to make some substitutions. The boys who might be playing on the weekend, Valesco can come in for... We're going to play him as a winger on attack. Valesco can come on that side. I do need to personalise... Wait, not that. Yeah, it is personalised already. And I think Silva can come on for Arribas, who may well be needed to play. On the weekend. João Gomez will be needed on the weekend. But midfielders, we really don't have a great big bunch of them. Dominguez, who is not been making me very happy of late, can come in and play the anchor. Just resting some of these boys. Morstat can be replaced by Winkler. Wants to play as an advanced forward, I think. So we'll do that for him. We'll play him as an advanced forward. And I think Garosibal will probably be needed at the weekend. And we're going to play him as a fullback on attack, not a wing back. And that's it for substitutions. Who is that? Rustemi is the boy. We need to do something about him. He's one of the subs, isn't he? They brought on another striker. Both strikers have been... Oh no, only one. So Rustemi... Don't know anything about him, but right foot. And tight mark him as well. And this boy, I know about him. He's a bit dangerous. He was when I watched their last game. And he looked a little bit difficult to deal with. He's got a weak left foot. So let's turn him onto his left foot. Don't know much else about him, I'm afraid, but we're 6-1 up. Nothing to worry about in this game. "7-1 up." Is that Winkler? He's just come on and he's put it away. Maybe they like this 4-3-3 with the winger out there. Maybe. I think it's going to be a different story against the teams we have to play. And we do this quite often in Europe. Absolutely batter the opposition, and then we go and lose a 0-0 against Brighton. And I can't explain how we've managed to lose that, except we've missed 50 shots. And I don't know what's going on in the Premier League. There's so many games that we haven't deserved to lose. There's been a few, like Chelsea, which we drew 1-1, which we definitely deserve to lose. But there's been so many games where we're the better team, and suddenly we just can't score goals. And dozens of shots, and still can't put one in, and that's the story. But we're doing well. I'm noticing, I think, that they are not doing too well down there right-hand side. So I'm just going to make a little tweak and focus the play down the left-hand side just for a change. See if we can exploit the problems they're having on that side. Go on, we got 10 minutes left. We can get to 10. We can do it. Oh, we got a free kick here. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. That would have been a super header. That was so unlucky. For the desire to play FM as well, but I just get lazy. I feel like sometimes being a YouTuber is a curse, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to play FM anymore. I'll be honest with you guys. And sometimes you have to force yourself as a creator. Okay, I've got to play FM. I miss the days, and I've said this a lot lately, I miss the days where I could take my time. And I'm doing that with my Aston Villa save at the moment, which I've just begun. It's 2 episodes in. I'm taking my time. I'm playing as I used to play, and I'm going in the data hub and having fun in there. And we've had some really good results. And some of the stuff that we've seen in the data hub and the chalkboard has helped me to win, I'm pretty sure. So I've been enjoying that. And it's not been viewed as often as I like, but I think that's probably my fault too, because I go on holiday a lot. I had to go into hospital for heart surgery. YouTube doesn't like it when you take long periods off. And hopefully, though, they'll pick up. Oh, that's a lovely run, but he's missed it. What a beautiful run. Come on, boys, let's make it 8 at least. We're not going to get 10 now, but we can make it 8. That's a lovely cross. Go on. Oh, we forgot I took more stat off, didn't I? It's not going to be 8. We're knocking on the door. What was the first version of the game that I played? Good question, Draw. That was FM 11, FM 2011. So I've now been going for 15 or 16 years now. And my first couple of versions, I probably was the worst player in the world. Like, I had no idea how to play this game then. And for 2 years, I was all over the place. But gradually, over the years, you start to learn what the game does and how to play it. And you learn the game's little quirks and how it thinks. So, yeah. It's been an interesting journey. I'm also thinking in this little tactic that we've got here, although we can't make any sort of assumptions based on this team we're playing, but I'm wondering if focus down the right is the right thing to do. Maybe to focus down the left might be the best thing to do, to allow these boys time to make up their mind which way they're going. Just wondering if that might be the right way to go. I don't know. It's something we're going to have to experiment with as time goes by. That's not going to be number 8 either. Championship manager. God blimey, I was going to say you're an older player than I am, but you're a more experienced player than I am. I don't stream on Twitch. I could do, but I just don't think I fit what Twitch streamers do. I'm not the kind of person, as you can see right now, who leaps up and down waving my underpants in the air. I don't wear a baseball cap backwards, and I don't swear a lot. I don't know if I fit within what it's like on Twitch. And I'm not sure many would watch anyway. I'm happy with streaming on YouTube. I've got a really good bunch of people coming in here on YouTube, and it's fun. Yeah, let's give them a little bit of a push up there. Qualifying is a great achievement. And qualifying without having to do the playoffs is even better. The only team we lost to was HSV. But I thought that we could have won that. But unfortunately, we didn't. So we are through, as of course we owe 4 assists for Arribas. He was playing on the right side, wasn't he? So we were focused down here. And although he wasn't playing as a winger, he managed to get 4 assists. I wonder if I should play with 2 wingers. That's something I've never done. That would be interesting. The number of quality passes was unbearably good. Like they were a 2-star team. We should have beaten them. Yeah, I used to get called that in the old days, Tinkerer. It was like, happened to me a lot. Got called the Tinkerer. It's really funny looking back on that stuff. So Manchester City next in 3 days. Oh my good Lord. How do we set up against Manchester City? Answers on a postcard, please, boys. How do we set up against Manchester City? This is going to be the great big conundrum. We won't have a scout report yet, but we will have some data hub stuff. Control possession does mean a high line. I mean, I love doing this stuff. I know you guys will get bored silly if I'm sitting here doing this. Match momentum, they just totally dominated, basically. And this really doesn't tell me much with Rico Lewis, is that he is dribbling a lot. I do that sometimes when I eat soup. Foden has a high number of assists. So these are things that it's just telling me. And look at this attacking stuff. Oh my good God. I'm going to be relying on Atom. Lots of high expected goals. There's strong defending. Whereas we're probably nearer the bottom end. We're not so bad. We're not far off average. And I'm struggling to wonder why we are not mid-table. Because we're not far off average. There's a lot of teams who are not playing as well as us. I kind of I would like to go through all those, but you'll get absolutely restless, and there really probably isn't much in there. Doku lost possession more than any other player, did he? Probably wasn't very many times, and if we go into the data hub, when we get, I think we can only do it. No, we possibly could do it now. If I go into the data hub, not the data hub, into Manchester City's stats. If I go into there, and they won 4-1. It was only against Watford though. This will tell me a lot. Start here. Look at the XG. Look how high up the pitch they are. The space that I can see is behind them, and that would mean playing more direct. That's what I can immediately see. I'm going to have to do or attempt to do what Watford did, sit back possibly in a mid-block and then try and belt the ball over the top and see if our wingers, which is why I was thinking maybe it might be a good thing to play two wingers. But we'll see now that Doku probably wasn't that bad. And if we go and look at, where is it, movement, we look at the dribbles for Manchester City, probably going to find that he's not that bad. In fact, I think he's only got 4 there, hasn't he? 5. And we can actually even watch one of these. And it'll show that he's actually successful. We can go and get more detail on that in his own. So I'm not really buying this, that he could be a weak link. And I think that he is going to be very good at what he does. And he made a lot of space for himself just with a very short dribble there. So I'm not buying any of that. I want to have a look at their average positions with the ball. I better clear all the events. Have a look at their average positions. Which way are they playing? Good Lord, look at how high they are at the pitch, up the pitch. So they're leaving 2 centre-backs back, which is why I'm thinking counter-attack and look for these spaces. There's a half a football field to run into there. And if I play 2 wingers, both of them on attack, and maybe a pressing forward on support in the middle here, with a centre mid on attack, or maybe a deep line forward coming deep, then got a centre mid going forward. The deep line forward will run forward. 2 wingers on attack. I don't know. I don't know if that would work, but look how high up the pitch they are with the ball. Without the ball, it looks to me a little bit out of shape. They obviously have one wing back. I mean, he was very high up the pitch with the ball, but he's obviously getting back faster than this geezer. But the average positions, you see, he's higher than this one. He might be a wing back on support. But where they are on the pitch, normally I'm down here. So where they are on the pitch suggests to me more direct and look for these spaces. I don't know what you guys think. Am I just in dreamland? I'm going to have a look at the heat map. Most of it is in the centre. But down the right-hand side, which surprises me because this wing-back is higher up than this one, but they do tend to favour the right-hand side and the centre. This space might be up for grabs. I don't know. And definitely this space. So they don't do a lot of defensive work here. So who knows? I love this, the movement map. It's the funniest thing, but it does tell you. I mean, if I had time, I'd have a look through that, and it would give me some idea of what's going on. And we look at Doku, and we go to look at movement. I mean, he's 4. He completed all his dribbles. So I can't see him being a weak link. I'd see him actually as a strong link. How do we set up, boys? I think maybe we go into a mid-block. I don't know. Do you agree with me? Just sit back a little bit. I need to have a standard line, I think. We need to cover all across the pitch, not just through the middle. Go into a mid-block. And I think maybe if we make a complete forward on support, he'll come deeper. And then have 2 wingers on attack. Attacking this space here. And then if I tell them down both sides. I could even put the wing back on support to give us extra defensive stability, and have this one as a fullback on support. So that we've just got a little bit of extra stability here. And maybe even switch this to a fullback on attack. Maybe that'll work better. Possibly not. Let's go fullback on support, and we'll make this one a fullback on attack. He's better at the job. Although that's an imbalance now, because I've got 3 attacking players on this side against only 1 here. So I really do need to make this one a support and this one an attacking. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Mid block, low block? Low block or mid block? I don't want to sit too deep. Striker on pressing, as a pressing forward. Can he play that? Support or attack? I would like him to be more supporting, in a more supporting role. Come in a little bit deeper, sitting a little bit deeper, being available. And hopefully, that's kind of like the deep lying forward. Deep lying forward on support, because he's going to drop deep and then hopefully turn and feed these pacey guys in. And then play more direct. Let's just play more direct. And pass into space. And dribble less. Let's just get these balls forward as fast as we can. There's no point in counter-pressing. They're just going to play us off the park. So this really, is it a low block or pressing decency? The left back was playing higher, so maybe attack that side. Yeah, he's obviously a better attacking fullback than this one, so let's attack this side. So yeah, let's go to make him a fullback on. We can always swap these over. So we can make... Yeah, so we can swap those over, and then we'll just make him a centre mid on attack. It's a little bit more balanced now. Track the wing backs. Yeah, that's a good one. So I can have these tracking their full backs. If he comes deeper a little bit, then he can collect the ball deeper and turn. And hopefully, and then we've got, he's already playing, this one is already playing more direct passes. So we can get the ball up the flanks, hopefully. So Grembach doesn't like dribbling less, so he's, of course not. He's got dribbling of 15. Let's not stop him dribbling. So I quite fancy that. But I did something very similar in the Aston Villa save. I don't know if you saw that video, but I did something very similar against Newcastle, which paid off. And maybe this will pay off as well. I'm still thinking low block, but I don't want to invite them on too much. I also, I think, don't want to be positive. Even though that we're at home, I want to be more balanced. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see what we can do. I let the assistant do that. So track their wing backs is a good idea. Oh, yeah, of course, we have the quarter-final coming up. So who are we going to get if we get through? We owe Brighton. We're going to get Man United in the semi-final if we beat Brighton. Dare I? I also wonder if I should get the team to stay on their feet. I mean, this just doesn't bear looking at, does it? It's like horrendous. And there's not really much. The jumping reach is not great. Maybe the more stat can take advantage of that. Hit early crosses, maybe. So, yeah, 8 of 16 assists have come from crosses. Hit early crosses, possibly. I don't know. Spurs finally won a trophy. I tell you, hey Jamie, good to see you. Almost missed your message there. Good to see you. So yeah, I mean, I know Spurs fans are going to be really happy, Mr. K. Yeah. Ah, boy. And in all fairness, it was totally deserved. United didn't turn up. They didn't have a clue. I think I need to do defending corners as well. If we can nick one from a corner, I'll be grateful. But I'm going to go with I'm going to play 2 wingers against City, see what happens. Especially as it looked nice in the last game. Garosibal probably needs to retain his place. I don't think Baselli's going to be able to do that job. Atom can come in at centre-back. Juan Lu can come onto the bench, although he's desperate to leave now. João Gomez will come in at the base of midfield. And I'm going to leave those 2 there. They did a good job for me, I think, last time out. Arribas and Allende and Morstart. I'm not unhappy. Interesting that Morstart was a 2-star for all of last season. Coaches think more of him now. I had faith in him, as I've had faith in Finkraf as well. And he has now become a 4-star or 3.5-star player in the eyes of the coaches, which is pretty decent. To be honest, I really can't see us getting a result here against City. But what I don't want to do is to get hammered 5-0. And I always say this before big games. It is my biggest fear that I've got it all wrong and that we're going to get hammered 5 or 6-0. It's happened so many times. And you do get things wrong. Unfortunately, as a manager, you get things wrong sometimes. No, I'm not going to tell him off. He's a 4.9 now. But, I mean, I guess I need to tell him off. Because 4.9 is stretching it. He's desperately unhappy, of course, because I left him out of the Premier League club. My captain and most influential player. Makengo can be told off. This is not good enough. So that's not acceptable. And if you think 6.35 is good enough in training, we're going to come to blows. So I don't know. This is going to be one tough fixture. They definitely... Boselli... Oh yeah, Boselli needs to come in, doesn't he? For Bajcetic, as well as he's been playing. He's bigger. I'm not sure he needs to be on cover at the moment. We'll just play him as a normal. But I want one of them to be a central defender. I mean, we don't look that bad. I think it's beginning to look a lot better. I remember we were just 2 stars at one point. I mean, I know it's only your coaches who are doing this, but I want to keep the boys together for this one. They should be feeling good about themselves. Don't need to change the team too much. I think we'll go more direct, focus our play down the flanks, have these wingers. I don't want to attack too wide. I don't think we need to attack too wide. Just leaving acres behind them. Hope we don't concede and hope we take them by surprise. Honestly, the feeling of winning overshadows the play. Yeah, it's been a long wait for you, Mr. K. A long, long wait. 17 years, is it? Is that what I'm reading there, James? 17-year for winning a cup. Crystal Palace, I was really happy Crystal Palace won, though, the FA Cup. That was absolutely awesome. So, well done, Spurs. I'm going to take my hat off to you. You managed the game much better than Amarin did. Postecoglou knew what he had to do, set it up to do exactly that, fooled United, and luckily we're 5 points clear of the drop zone. I wonder what the club think of this at the moment. Finish mid-table, they're satisfied. Pleased that the team are currently on course to stay clear of the relegation battle. They've come down in their requirement, I think, of me. Clearly, the team is not good enough, so I think they've just will be happy if we avoid a relegation battle. We need some points, though, but we ain't going to get them against City. I think my assistant is going to recommend we play in a low block. I just feel inviting City on you like that is asking for trouble. Like, it's really asking for trouble. We've got to have some attacking threat, and we need, I think, to be higher up the pitch when launching it. Cautious is an option, but again, we're just going to invite them on. I know what he's saying in terms of pushing higher up. What he wants me to do is to have a higher line. I don't think it's necessary. I want to also stop them getting outside me. So I don't think it's necessary, as we have 3 in midfield now. So we can try and track their wingers outside. And then we'll have our wingers track back their wing backs. And then Morstadt tracks back with them. If we turn it over, it's quick ball. I don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea. We shall see. I wasn't very happy, Jamie, to be honest. I was very surprised that Mason Mount got the nod over Garnacho. I was quite surprised about that. I didn't feel, as I said earlier, I didn't feel that Mason Mount has it in him to do 90 minutes. 60 is, I think, quite hard for him. And whilst he can run around with lots of energy, we need to do something about him. Whilst he's running around with lots of energy for 30 minutes, I think that's why he's effective off the bench. I don't want to give him too many instructions. We'll be bogged down here. But we do want him coming inside. And Bernardo Silva is playing as a left back, is he? That's interesting. And we'll turn him onto his right foot as well. Rodri won a tight mark. He's like deadly in FM. Absolutely deadly. And then Adam Wharton. Coming from Crystal Palace, have you? He's a decent player in FM as well, isn't he? I really don't know there's anything I can do about him. And I want to force him outside, so just regardless of the fact that his right foot is stronger, I'm going to turn him onto his right foot. And the same for Doku. I want him on his left foot. Try and force them outside. Apart from that, there's very little I can think of to do with them. Very little. They're just simply very, very good players. That's why I'm really concerned. Foden is always my nightmare. But I'll give him a hard tackle and turn him onto his right foot. I think that's probably the best I can do. No Haaland. No Haaland and not even on the bench. Interesting. So, not much I'm going to do about him either. You know, like, get tight to him. Look at this dribbling, balance and agility. Getting tight to him. He's 6'2". It's not going to be a good idea. So we're not going to do anything with him. So now have a look at his long shots. So I'm going to close him down, actually. Reminds me a bit of Isak. Just close him down. Stop him shooting from the edge of the box. Fingers crossed, Mr. K. Phil, when you look at transfers, do you watch videos of how they play first before? Not really. Maybe I should. I kind of like try to find the best players that I can for the position. And I also have a general idea of how I want them to look in terms of their attributes, what foot I want them to be playing off. So, yeah, maybe I should watch some videos of them, or some of the highlights of them. Yeah, maybe all right, James. Yeah, as long as we don't get thrashed, I won't be too unhappy. They're all motivated. I don't know what's wrong with them. You got nothing to lose here, boys. Get out there and just do what you can. Maybe that's the way to beat City. Wide and direct. Oh, straight out to the winger. Mostert setting out the stall there. But not if we play like that, boys. It's got to be moved faster. It's got to be moved much faster. You've got to go quickly, boys, quickly. Disrupt them. Thinking of lifting the trigger press up. Oh, who's got injured? Alande's got injured. That's a bit inconvenient. How many injuries? Gets far too many injuries. Velasco will have to come on and play. He can play as a winger. I want to make sure these are not closing down too much, so I'm going to have them close down less often. Just track them into the corner. They're not great crossers. They don't have jumping reach, so just let them cross from out here. Keep them away from here. And then, do I want to do this? Let's do that. Let's make them useful. I don't want them staying up top. You're going to have to be useful in this. It's all hands to the pump here. We're going to have to get back in numbers. Also thinking about regrouping. Lose the ball. Just get back. Don't worry about pressing at all. It's really important to... Oh, I thought you'd put it in then. No team gets ribbed more than Spurs. Yeah, I agree with you. I can't argue with the result. I was disappointed, of course, but I half expected it. I thought we were going to get beat by more. I half expected it, so it wasn't too much of a shock to me. Somebody asked me in the stream the day before my prediction, and I think I said it was going to be 2-0. I said I don't think we're good enough. 2-0 to Spurs. So the fact there was only 1-0, I should be satisfied with. So by changing this, am I going to upset FM's way of playing? And are we going to do something here? Can we get a point here? That'd be lovely. Atom with a... He hasn't scored from a corner for a long time, Atom. I really can't afford to lose Alande. I'm getting short of left-sided players. I think I've only got... I think Arribas can play on the left as well. I've got one other right winger. Yeah, that's why I want a standard line, so that they're not able to get round the back. And I do know that Doku and this Rodrigo are going to try to get behind. And we need to stop that if we can. Well, it's 11 minutes and we're still 0-0. I'm perfectly happy at the moment, but all that's going to change, isn't it, very soon? Especially if we keep giving the ball away like that. Oh, great save. Stankovic, of course, is the reserve goalkeeper because we've already got our main goalkeeper injured. Now we've got our main winger injured. We've had key players out all over the place. It's not really surprising why this team has been not performing. New players all over the pitch. Too many signings. Then injuries to all the key players. Now it's got to be quicker than that. You've got to do more direct, Grimbach. You've got to be more direct. And I've told him as well. I think I've told him more direct passing. Yeah. Oh no, I can't make him. Let's tell him to take more risks in there. Just go for it. You know where the wingers are. Get it in front of them. Let them have a run. I think that's the only way I can see that we can break down City. Score a goal. We've got to get behind them. But it all looks a little bit slow from our perspective. It's not moving up the field fast enough. I mean, it could go really direct. Ooh. It's just like not moving quick enough. Let's go higher tempo. It's just not for my liking moving quick enough. Could go even more direct, totally route one. Come on, move it. Doesn't matter if you don't find a target. I don't want you to find a target. I want you to get it into space. We're no good unless we can get behind them. Oh, more stat. That might be something that might help us, not in these coming games, but actually mixing up the crossing style. Well, Jamie, are you a Man United fan? Did you say you were a United fan? Or was it someone else? People would be absolutely infuriated by my response to that. Apparently Saudi want Bruno. I'd let him go. What is he now? 31? 32? He's no value anymore. One player cannot carry that team. And he's been good for 5 years or so. But for me, he's no value anymore. He's getting older. He's going to be 33 possibly by the next time we get a chance to go into Europe. Even 34. He's done. So I would say sell him. Use the money to bring in someone who can offer something more as well. For 120 mil, we can bring in 2 really good players who are not prima donnas, who are willing to learn the system. So I don't think that would be... It would be a no-brainer for me. Give me 120 million. See you later. He's out the door. So, I mean, a lot of Man United fans would be stunned by my reaction to that. But, yeah, this is a long-term build. He's not a long-term future player. And for me, he's out the door. And there's 1 or 2 others. Casemiro has to go. No matter what you think about him, he's got to go. And there's Maguire. He has to go too. Because by the next time we get into Europe, they're going to be too old, too slow. And we need... It's going to take at least 2 seasons, I think, before we can even think about getting back into Europe. I think the target's got to be mid-table. Oh. We were doing so well, but the referee's looking at something, is he? I couldn't see what, because it looked like a pretty decent goal to me. We were doing so well. Goalkeeping error. That's because I've got my reserve goalkeeper playing. He's made a few errors. Oh, we were doing so well then. I was beginning to think we might get something out of it. But no, I mean, set piece as well. What can you do? Like the number of set pieces that teams score against me. Can't they score from open play? Go on, we have a chance. Hit it. Unlucky. Unlucky. We're not going to get many chances, boys. You have to take them. We're sort of... We need... Oh. We need a goalkeeper for sure. I mean, I tried to sympathise with him because I remember it took De Gea 2 years. De Gea was awful in his first couple of seasons, rushing out and making dreadful errors in the air. But I tried to sympathise with him, but he looks awkward to me, and I'm not sure we can keep him. We just need to find a... Like, how come other teams find good goalkeepers and we struggle? Even the lower teams like Palace and... I mean, even championships teams are managing to find good goalkeepers. And so I wonder, why do we struggle? Our scouting team needs a complete overhaul. Absolute complete overhaul. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting summer. But Bruno, yeah, 120 mil. Off you go, Bruno. Oh, they've made it 2-0, have they? 2 set pieces. Not much I can do if they're just scoring from set pieces. Ah, this is terrible. It was always going to be awful to watch this today. We're never going to be good enough. I just got to hope that FM does what it normally does when we're in a bad run. Everybody below us loses as well. That's all I can hope. But FM usually is very good at that kind of thing. I'm going to take off the reason why is because I want... I'm actually going to put him in a more advanced attacking role as well. But he likes to play as a complete forward. So I don't think being deep is helping particularly. We have enough players here deep who should be able to pass a football. But obviously can't. Aribas is having a dreadful game. Grenbach is awful. Goalkeeper, sadly, individuals. Goalkeeper, Boselli. Atom is still doing his best there. There's a number of players. Key players as well, who are decided to take the day off. I mean, maybe the system that I decided to play with is actually not going to work. Maybe nothing would have worked here today. I was kind of dreaming to think that we could outsmart City. But what's really making me sad is that every goal that seems to be scored against us is a set piece. That kind of makes me sad. Maybe I have to sack my set piece coach. Oh, too easy. I did worry it might be 5-0. The question is, where are we going wrong? We'll go back to playing how I originally... Actually, I'll slow it down. Way too easy for them. And I'm going to up the trigger press. It's way too easy for them. '16s win your trophies. Oh boy. FM is not being gentle on me this season. It is being about as nasty as it can be. Sometimes FM is very gentle on you. But this season it is being as nasty as it can be. Okay, my error. Setting up in a way they couldn't play, I guess. I don't think it, to be honest, Kusik, I actually my original thought was to push them outside. I don't think it matters whether we trap them inside or outside. They're just too good. I'm going to try counter-pressing them. They have, on occasions, I've seen them have a poor first touch, which we've managed to get a foot in, so I'm going to try pressing them a little bit more. And we scored a goal and it's now disallowed. I'm not quite sure why that was disallowed. Was it a foul or what? Time, I mean, so many players who are having an absolute shocking game. Given away a penalty as well, have we? Oh, God. I don't want to watch that. I'm going to go and make some changes while they're taking the penalty. So he's going to have to come on. We'll now do what we were doing before. Fullback on support. And 4-0. Boselli's had an absolute shocker. Badgetic is going to have to come on for him. Look at this Grenback. Even Scott. The two other boys are fine. Aribas and Scott. So Dominguez will have to come here. And Aribas. He has to carry on. I did hope that it was not going to be 4 or 5 or 6. Goalkeeper's on a 6.2. I mean, having my goalkeeper on a long-term injury is not very pleasant. And he is making mistakes, Stankovic, making terrible errors. Oh, this looks awful. And there's still 30 minutes left. They've still got time for 3 or 4 more. But when you normally play these big teams, normally their finishing isn't very good. FM has their finishing being poor. Like they have 30 shots and 6 on target. Today I'm being absolutely severely done. Even their XG doesn't match the amount of goals they've scored. FM is being really hard on me this year. To the point where I've got absolutely no idea what to do. There's so much... yeah, James. This so much reminds me. Do you guys remember the very first save I did in FM this year, FM 24? It's so much like that. The first save I did, we were winning everything, won everything for 2 years. Could barely lose a game, if you remember that. I was doing it live with Notts County. Champions 2 seasons on the trot. Then it all fell apart. And I couldn't buy a win after that. And I eventually left because I got so frustrated. Bournemouth, out of the blue, rescued me. Went to Bournemouth. That fell apart as well. And then I went I was on the point of being sacked at Bournemouth, and then Juventus came in and rescued me. Only just kept my job at Juventus, was in serious trouble with the dressing room all over the place. And then Bayern Munich came in for me. That was very similar to what happened here. We had 2.5 seasons here where we were doing so well. We'd won the FA Cup. We were Europa League semi-finalists. And since then, we can't buy a win. And the Premier League, we shouldn't be in there. And every time we go into Europe, it's just a nonsense. No, we've let them in again, have we? Absolute. I mean, it's and then I've started to get all these job offers from all these big clubs. Like, has FM become a game of patterns? Should I have left when I was getting all these job offers in the same way as I left when I was at Notts County, when I was at Bournemouth, when I was at Juventus? It was all falling apart every time. But I chose to stay at Ipswich, and I will get the sack one of these seasons. There's no doubt I will get the sack one of these seasons. Because this game is just... It's just got it in for me at this point in time, no matter what I do. And like I said, the last 2 seasons, we've tried about 8 different systems. We've tried all sorts of roles. We've tried everything. Tried absolutely everything. And nothing works. Absolutely nothing. So I don't know. I'm totally at a loss. In fact, with these fixtures... Yeah, I'm not changing it again, Mr. K. I think it's a good idea, Kusick, against the next teams. I think we'll sit in a low block, do nothing, and just see what happens. It's soul-destroying, this save. It's really soul-destroying. And it's... Playing this is when I feel like I don't want to play FM anymore. It's not being fair at all. And this is... I just feel like sometimes I don't want to playing Ipswich. I just don't want to play. Look, we have a shot there from the penalty area right over the bar. Could have given us a consolation. But no, this season it's being evil. And absolutely evil. And this is what makes me say I don't want to play FM anymore. As I say, I'm at a complete loss. And last season was a mid-table battle. Now we're in a relegation battle this season. And there's a part of me that hopes I get sacked. And then the game can have its moment where it can laugh and have fun. And it keeps injuring my key players as well. Not squad players, but key players. And it can have its laugh then when I get sacked. And I'll be happy because I don't have to play this save anymore. So we all win. Because it's driving me nuts at the moment. Absolutely driving me nuts. The run of games. I mean, we had this really good run where we went 10 games where we were pretty good, but the only problem with that 10 games was that all the Premier League games were draws and then a defeat. So we really didn't gain anything from the Premier League. We won everything in bloody Europe again. Of course, you never lose in Europe. It's like we were always like, before the first game against HSV, and even when we lost to HSV, don't worry, we'll still be in the top 8 because I know FM, and that's what happens. And people are going to shout, yeah, but it's the European hangover. It's nonsense because I'm not playing the first team in Europe. It's the reserves winning in Europe. So how can it be a European hangover? It's total nonsense. And the game's just being evil, and it's testing my patience. And I just like... The secret to this is to not buy too many players now. Just get on with it, and just I don't know, whatever. So now I'm going to play that. I remember it was that side as an inverted winger, but I can't believe I've lost this boy now. And he was on support. Those two are fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And he can go back to being a complete forward. How come he went down a star? He went down a half a star in that game. And so did Harry Bass. That's a bit unsporting. Velasco is going to have to come in. Could try or Franco, we'll call him. We could try Franco. We tried about everything else. He hasn't had much game time. Can play as an inside forward there. So we could try, just for shits and giggles, give him a shot. Why not? Yeah, have him shoot more often. Right, we don't want to be doing that now, or that. Against Brighton, I do want to counter press. And I'm going to play high up the pitch. I'm tired of defending. Doesn't work. And then let's rest them because I'm running out of players. So Velasco needs a rest as well because he came on. Why are these boys tired? They were only on for 12 minutes. But I got to try and play with the same team and the same style. If I keep changing it, we're going to just keep suffering and keep suffering. We've got to just stay with something. I made a mistake against Man City, thinking I could outsmart the game. I can't. So we have to stick to a style and just... Actually, interesting, I would say, Mr. K, that my strength has been defensive. My defensive setup. And my saves have proved that. If you go back and look at my journeyman save, I was the best defense every season. It's just recently. And it's not even, it's only the last 2 seasons here. There's no way we can keep a clean sheet. No way. So, I don't know what's going on, to be honest. But in all fairness, I pride myself on the fact, if you go back and look at all my series I've done, you'll find that every time I was the best defense. And that's why I released those videos, how to defend in FM. And there were a series of 4 videos on how I was doing it. I'm going to do attacking corners. I got to get Atom more involved here. And I'm just going to play the same team. I'm not too happy with those boys, but they can't play any worse, surely. We're going to go back positive. I mean, I've offered you guys several times if that I will upload the save to Google Drive, and then maybe you can try to get them out of trouble. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I am totally at a loss. I've tried so many things. I found we can't defend, we can't attack. It's absolute nightmare. And yeah, I agree, actually. I might play that youngster. Why not? Because I'll tell you something, he can't do any worse than Stankovic has been doing. Sweeper keeper on defend is fine. Winkler comes in there. I think I might put Marin on the bench. He gets overlooked very easily. Can come on the bench for Makengo. Although Makengo will need to be the deep-lying playmaker, the anchor. I mean, Dominguez can play either of those two roles. Can Marin play as the centre mid? Yeah, so let's give Marin a berth. Dominguez I've fallen out with. I want to sell him. It will be just horrid if they go and let me go through to the semi-finals now of the Caribou Cup. That would be just like, how predictable would you want it to be? I mean, you could probably predict we're going to win this. So, I mean, if we do win this game's the most predictable bloody thing. I guess it doesn't help if you've been playing for 15 years or 16 years. So, oh boy. Your asymmetric 4-1-2-2-1 was... It still is. And it was brilliant. The first 2.5 seasons, the Kusik, the 4-4-2-1, was absolutely awesome. We won the FA Cup in our first season in the Prem. We won the... we got to the semi-final of the Europa League in the second season. And then after that, they couldn't play. After that, it all fell apart. And I don't know why. And I couldn't explain it because we weren't in any European competition in season 3. So I can't explain why everything went pear-shaped. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like it's supposed to make any sense anyway. It's not supposed to make sense. But at the moment, the game is being very evil to me. Very evil. And I've just got to sit here and complain about it. There's not much else I can do about it. See, he does want me to go into a low block, but I'm not now changing anything. We need to get used to this. And you can see the familiarity has not moved in any of my tactics. Some of these boys just can't play in any system. And it may be they can't play together. Yeah, Mr. K, it could be that. They're not great footballers. And a lot of them, most of them are very young. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 youngsters in the team. On the bench, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 10 of them are really young. So it might be that as well. But it wouldn't it be just ironic that we get to win to go through to the semi-final. And then we lose in the semi-final. That's predictable as well. So wouldn't that be just kind of ironic? And we lost to Brighton first time out anyway. Playing in the low block as I remember. Actually, we dominated Brighton, didn't we? When we lost 1-0 to them. We absolutely slammed them. We got FM'd. It's like, I think they scored from a set piece. And how come I got no information on him? Scouts are not doing much of a job, are they? He could be a weak link. So might focus play down the left. It was the right one, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, there really isn't much to this Brighton team. There's not much to us, I know. Barco is a good player. Puffing out of the... What can you do? How can we beat these teams 7-1 and then the Premier League's a different thing? I'm not really sure. I want him shooting. I think we'll close him down. 16 long shots. Composure isn't brilliant, though. But I'm not sure I want him. 3-4-2. Yeah, I mean, I've changed the tactic so often, James. I'm not changing it again. This was the final move. And if I get sacked, I get sacked. I'm tired of the game being like it is at the moment. It's really evil towards me at the moment, and I don't know why, what I've done to upset it. Yeah, come on, go out there and impress me. City was just City. I'll go out and get a victory here. Get into the semi-final, which we'll lose. And I know we shouldn't be positive really away from home, but why not? Got to go and give it a go. Why not give it a go? This is just like a very, very standard 4-3-3. There's nothing special about this. We're about, you see, like, out of Europe, we can't hit a barn door if it fell on us. If that was European competition, that would have gone in the back of the net. Do I need to just tell him to, like, calm down? It's only the Premier League. Don't worry about it. You're not going to win it now. Do I just need to say relax? Just go out there, enjoy your football. Oh. Are we going to thrash Brighton again, spank them but lose to a set-piece goal again? Everybody scores from a set-piece to win 1-0. I mean, are we surely not going to win this by a lot of goals? Surely not. And I mean, that would make it the most predictable game ever. Playing attacking football away from home against the team that spanked us recently. Well, they didn't. We actually hammered them. Yeah, that's why he's the attacking one rather than Garosabel. He's a little bit more attacking than Garosabel. And I'm thinking, because that boy is weak down the right, isn't he? And Timon's just showed he's weak down the right. He must be a weak link. I've got no information on him. He must be somebody that they're having to bring in because of injuries or whatever. So that young goalkeeper, he's 18 years old. He is going to be a world-class goalkeeper without a shadow of a doubt. But he's got 4 years of development left before he can even be thinking first team. So I don't know how we're supposed to develop these young players quickly. We can't. Been obsessed with the defensive wingers. In the 4-4-2, a defensive winger is a very good role. And it's not entirely defensive. They do have a very attacking function as well. People think that a defensive winger is just going to be totally defensive. It's not so. That they do have an attacking role, and in fact a good attacking role. And I've used defensive wingers before, not so much this time, but it's certainly in FM23 I use defensive wingers a lot. I thought Morstat. What are you doing, son? Come on, we need 2 or 3 here to make me feel a little bit happier. But it's actually no good to me, FM, getting to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup and then getting in a relegation battle in the Premier League. You're letting me win everything apart from the Premier League. This is evil. It's really evil. I think originally I had one of these. Yeah, let's move that back a bit. I think he's closing down a little bit too much. I think originally I had that on because of the 2, there was a bit of space in front of the centre back, so I had him closing down a bit more. So I mean, somebody said, why not come off counter press and off counter attack as well? But we're unstoppable in the League Cup. And I don't want to win the League Cup because I don't want to be in Europe. So anything outside the Prem, we can't do wrong. What is this game up to? Are you telling me we're going to get to the final of the Carabao Cup? Please don't. And again, they're lacking a bit on this side, but we've overloaded that poor fullback. And it's Franco. It is Andy. I was talking about you earlier. I said I hope you're well and that we missed having you here. Because somebody was trying to take on the role of chief quip maker. And I said, nah, that's Andy's job. It's so good to see you, my friend. And yes, FM's being evil and vindictive. And I don't know why. I don't know why I've upset it, what I did. I did suggest that FM26 wouldn't happen. I said that to a few people the other day. Maybe I got overheard by the game, and it's being extremely nasty at the moment. Except in the Caribou Cup and Europe, in which we look unstoppable. Oh, almost 3-0. Go on, let's spank Brighton. And then we'll lose 1-0 on the weekend in the league. Oh, Adam, how did you miss that? My main man from corners. Absolutely, Andy. How dare they? Do we? Oh, yeah, we both have a João Gomez, don't we? That's kind of odd. João Gomez we bought from Wolves. Their João Gomez has been at Brighton for a long time. But I don't know how this game works anymore. I've given up trying to figure it out. Oh, I like my Aston Villa save, though, because the game at the moment in that save is listening to me, and the changes I make seem to work. It's completely stopped me doing that in this one. Except in the Caribou Cup and Europe, because now we are 3 goals up. And this glitch, this is like, let's have the VAR check after we've awarded the goal. I have no words. How can we be 3-0 up after 20 minutes now? Why is the Caribou Cup suddenly different? Isn't this part of the game to change the fortunes of a crap club? I think, Mr. K, this game is based on levels of challenges. There are easy challenges and there are downright almost impossible challenges. And I think that the save like this, where everything for no reason just falls apart, and there's no apparent reason for it, is one of those high-level challenges. And you just got to find a way out of it. And I guess that eventually, if you persevere, you will find a way out. It might take a while. But if you can stay without being sacked, you might find a way out of it. And I think this is just an example of one of the highest level challenges that it can give you. And my job as the manager is to find a way out. And maybe, Andy, or maybe actually the game, people have said before, the game listens to you. And I've been a bit critical of late. And maybe it's revenge time, I don't know. But I just don't understand how we are so clinical in the Caribou Cup and in Europe. And yet, can we score in the Premier League? Not a chance. I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. Don't make it 4. This will become even more upsetting. There's only 30 minutes gone as well. We could get 10 here today. Maybe you should revive a Burnley or Norwich saves from past years. Or maybe even go back to my journeyman. Like, success was just everywhere in that journeyman save. Wherever I went, Indonesia, Japan, South Africa, Brazil, and then finally Newcastle. It was just 1 year of success after another. It was just brilliant. I could Shara Gamarag. That would confuse it. It confused me as well. But did you by chance offer a low premium bonus? I always do. I'm a spendthrift. Now I just click on the normal, but maybe I should next time around, next season, offer him a higher bonus. Maybe this is a money orientated squad. There's a couple of these young players are full of themselves, want to be important players. Don't want to do the development stuff, boss. I'll just be straight away an important player. So maybe there are a few of them money orientated. It's a good idea, Andy, actually. Give them a bigger bonus next year. See how they cope. Maybe they're all mercenaries. Well, they don't need lifting in Europe, and they don't need lifting in the cup competitions. Somehow we've got to lift them in the Prem so that they actually look like they want to win games in the Prem. But this is for Brighton. We just absolutely annihilated them, and I don't get it. If it was the Premier League, I'd be losing 2-0. I don't get it. Not sure Ipswich has the money. Well, I think that we found some money in the chairman's office, down behind the cushion on the sofa. We found a couple of quid. we might be able to put something together. Or if we sign Roy Keane as a coach. I mean, I have to put up with my assistant manager who wants to tackle harder all the time. Yeah, we've had a lot of shots on target, and I'm like absolutely pleased, but I'm wondering why you can't do this. When you are... Who's he come on for? João Pedro has gone off. He wasn't playing that bad. Was he tired? So I don't really want to do anything with him unless something pops out. He's got a left foot that's weak. And it's just like, come on, boys, more of the same. The young goalkeepers, do I want to give them some praise here? Look at these defenders. Do I want to tell them I'm very happy with your solid defensive work? Do I want to tell the midfielders very happy? Morstat, you've not been good enough. No, I don't think so. High Prem bonus next season. Slice of pizza. Our João Gomez. Theirs is João Pedro, though, not João Gomez. Our João Gomez has won the battle of the Joaos. I'm surprised they haven't taken that young kid off, Paul O'Reilly. Absolutely no information about him at all. He's only 18, bless him. But we got some information appearing now. He's good, bit pacey. Pretty good decisions and good work rate. Probably a good prospect for the future, that boy. That's his job. Oh, come on. Come on, boys. Put this game to bed now. I don't like it when Brighton are attacking. We've got goals in us today. We got Alande injured, and Franco has just stepped up. He's done well today. Fair play. He's not fully 100% fit, but he's still got bags of energy left. See, good tackle. Brighton have not had a shot. Coming up to 60 minutes, Brighton haven't had a shot yet. And this is what the game was like when we lost in the Premier League. We absolutely hammered them. Only we couldn't score any goals. Come on, Atom. It's time for you to pick one up here. Time for you to rasp a header in there. Not like that, you won't. Who's tired? Nobody yet. See, I wonder if most of our play has been down this left-hand side. I wonder if playing a winger on this side has helped. That's good, but the shot... Nah, look for support. Right, there are some tired players now. Arribas shouldn't have gone on that sprint. So Silva can come on for Arribas. Goalkeeper's doing well. I think at the moment that's all I'm going to do. God, blimey. Didn't he score this week, Hinchelwood? Who are they playing? They beat Liverpool, didn't they? Another game Salah let me down in the Fantasy Premier. Oh boy. Don't really need to worry about him too much. And this winger. Wingers always can be hard tackled. There's very few wingers in the game who you don't have to hard tackle. Who you shouldn't hard tackle. My next holiday will be in... Plan is for October the 21st. I'm only going for 4 weeks, though, this time. So, October the 21st. Yeah, I will miss the start of FM 26, but maybe that's a good thing. But I have to coordinate the dates with my three goddaughters, adopted daughters. So I can only do it by coordinating those dates. So I'm really looking forward to it, actually. João Gomez has given everything, has he? Well, I wish he'd do that in the Prem. So Makengo can come and fill in for him. Anybody else too tired they can't stand up? Yeah, we'll play him as an advance forward. Scott and Grenbach. I'm going to have to just keep an eye on who gets most tired. Brighton have had a shot, have they? Goalkeeper's done well. Goalkeeper's done me proud. Justified my faith in him. Could be another 18-year-old who's on the road to stardom, but it's going to take all these players about 4 years. Oh, what a good cross. What a super cross that was. I guess that was one of their whipped crosses. Stop practicing karaoke. Actually, we didn't do that last time. They've got a karaoke machine in their house. And it really sounds good. It's a really powerful machine they've got. Get in. 4-0. We can't buy a goal in the Premier League, but 4-0. And then previously 7-1. Come on, FM, what are you playing at? But put me in the Premier League. We cannot buy it for $500,000. We can't buy a goal. But yeah, it's going to be such good fun to see everybody again. It's going to be awesome. But it's still a long way off. And I still got to get into shape. But we're on the way there as well. Only 4 more kilos to lose. I've lost 8. Only 4 more to go. And then I start toning everything then. On the way to a super new fit body. After the heart surgery, it's time to get back into shape now. Are you going on holiday anywhere, Andy? I mean, how can you work this game out? How can we, like, score at will in these competitions and not be able to score a goal at all in the Prem? It's a challenge. It's a level of difficulty that I'm really struggling to work out how to deal with it. That's what it is. And it's always, if you notice about FM, you keep 2 subs to see who gets the most tired. There's always 1, 2, 3. And you got 2 subs left. Have you noticed that about FM, guys? Well, I'll take the 2 off that need the most energy. Yep, that's fine. And then Marin can come on for a Scott. I'm not going to play him as a karaoke. Play as a deep line playmaker. I know you like that. Go and have some fun, boy. Mallorca in August, September. 2 months holiday. That sounds nice, Andy. 2 whole months, is it? Or just in the crossover? I bet you wish it was 2 months, eh? But I'm guessing it's just the crossover, unless you're a very fortunate boy. Yeah, you wish. I'm only doing 4 because the government don't like me going away for more than 4. And I can be punished for going on holiday for more than 4 weeks. They can punish me financially. I just like, I wish this government would go away. And a reasonable set of politicians would be born. I mean, I don't know. What difference does it make to the government whether I go away for 4 weeks or 5 weeks? What difference does it actually make to them? And the worst thing about it is that if I go on holiday for 4 weeks and I come back to Heathrow and then I go and stay in a hotel for the night, I can fly out the next day for another 4 weeks. I mean, have you ever come across a more bizarre bunch of rules in your entire life? And who knows what it's about? And you can also, I'll also possibly have my NHS, I don't know what you'd call it, like, I'm going to say membership, but I could have that cut off for a period of time as well. Have you ever come across, what difference does it make? 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? Who cares? Who's it upsetting if I go away for 5 weeks? Who's going to get upset by it? I'd really like to know that they have to punish me if they find out. I'd really love to know who's going to get upset if I go away for 5 weeks, but 4 weeks is okay. It's just bonkers. Go on, switch it. I might try Italy and Spain. Oh, I thought you were talking about a holiday then for a minute, James. Only set Fullman team. I thought you were going to talk about going to Italy and Spain for your holidays then, James. Okay, I think spanking Brighton makes me feel a lot better. But I've got to work out, how do I win in the Prem? Winning in Europe, easy. Winning in the Carabao Cup, like falling off a log. How do I win in the Prem? I have to do something, because I just can't rely on handouts from FM. So I've got to do something. We've got to find this kind of form in the Prem. It defies belief. We've won 7-1 in Europe, and then we've beaten Brighton 4-0 in the Carabao Cup and lost again in the Premier League. So the two defeats we've had since then have both been in the Premier League. The 3 draws were all in the Premier League. How do I... Everything else we win. How do I win in the Prem? Somebody help me. And now it's going to get worse. We have Liverpool and Arsenal. Use the in-game editor. Yeah, good idea, Andy. It's just confuse the game and change it to a different competition. The game will get all confused them. But that's it for tonight, guys. It's now 10:30. So yeah, stop them going out on a Friday. That's a good one. I can have a sex ban as well. No sex on Friday nights. We got to try something. So I don't think that's in the game, though, is it? Well, at least not yet. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Like I say, I'm at a loss now. I've got to try somehow. Maybe with the Europa League stuff gone, we might be okay for January. Who knows? I don't know. But we're going to call it a night now. Thank you all for coming. I've had a good time tonight, even if it hasn't gone my way. Well, it has. We've scored 11 and conceded 5. That's not that bad. Thank you, Verts. And hopefully we'll be back tomorrow evening with Sunderland. And that's going marginally better. And hopefully I'll see some of you there. If not, the Ipswich one will return on Sunday evening. Is it Sunday we do Ipswich? Yeah, Sunday evening is Ipswich again. Thanks for coming, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Be safe. And yeah, absolutely fantastic to catch up with you, Andy. Missed you bunches. And stay safe, guys, and come back soon. And we'll have a laugh and a mess around next time, I hope. See you soon, guys. Take care. Be safe.